Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to Cincinnati Bengals Talk. I'm James Rapien of allbengals.com, and we're just a few days away from the AFC Championship game. It's Bengals, it's Chiefs. Boom. Two teams that, let's be honest, had different expectations coming into the season collide, and that's what you're going to see from the national media a lot this week, right? You're going to see, and not just national media, probably a lot of local media across the country. Who knows? Maybe even some Cincinnati media. But the negativity or in their case, they would say realism that the Chiefs are just too much for the Bengals, that they're going to overwhelm the Bengals. Did you see what they did to the Bills? Did you see how Josh Allen performed? All of these things. And I've ignored them all up until this point. And it's, one of those things where you can't react to everything, and I'm not going to be able to react to everything. I can't be the gatekeeper for all things Bengals slander. At the same time, I came across a clip of Nick Wright of Fox Sports 1, and on Thursday morning, Nick, my man, I get it, you're from Kansas City. I get it, you love Patrick Mahomes. I get it. But what are you doing? This is what Nick had to say about the idea of Joe Burrow taking down Patrick Mahomes at Arrowhead. Spoiler, he's not giving them much of a chance. So let's watch it, and then I'm going to react. And believe me, you're going to want to stay tuned for my reaction.
I am glad it only took 72 hours for us to be right back here. Could this quarterback be as good as Mahomes? No. Actually, the answer is no. What about you? I didn't even tell you who the quarterback is. Doesn't matter. Any quarterback in it? No, they actually can't. Here's the thing. No. How many points Bengals need to score this weekend to win? 40? Because that would have gotten them losses in the previous two Chiefs playoff games. So what do they got to go, 45? Chiefs can go 45. I've seen the Chiefs go 54 in the postseason. I saw the Bengals last week score one touchdown. One touchdown. And there's going to be something of a culture shock similar to the one the Bills faced. Remember, Broussard? So I dropped so many gems throughout the week. Sometimes you forget them, and I have to remind you. But hard. I told you the Bills, number one pass defense, number one scoring defense, number one yards defense, number one DVOA, that whole defense that just got cut to pieces by Patrick Mahomes. Wasn't ready for the upgrade in quarterbacking they were about to have to deal with. Well, what about the Bengals that have gone from Derek Carr to Derek Carr's older uncle, Ryan Tannehill, to now Patrick Mahomes? So, yeah, I don't think Joe Burrow can go toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes. That is not an insult to Joe Burrow. I like Joe Burrow. I like his style. I like his swag. I like his confidence. It'll be somewhat shattered this weekend when he gets, beat by a couple touchdowns. But Broussard, no. He can't go toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes because nobody can.
Breaking news, the NFL should stop. They need to stop. No quarterback can beat Patrick Mahomes. It is impossible. It is insanely impossible, embarrassingly impossible. They need to give up the entire league. No quarterback can go toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes and win. Oh, wait. Tom Brady has done it 2 out of the last 4 seasons. AFC title game, the first one that the Chiefs went to in Arrowhead. Brady won that game. Last year in the Super Bowl, Brady won that game. Oh, no. You're like, oh, well, you have Brady over your shoulder. You're biased. Oh, Jimmy Garoppolo almost did it in the Super Bowl. Jimmy Garoppolo with the 49ers, if he knew how to throw a deep ball to Emmanuel Sanders, the 49ers would have beat the Chiefs. And yet we forget that. It's so damn interesting seeing this and seeing that narrative, right? No one can outduel Patrick Mahomes. Okay. That's fair. Let's pretend Week 17 doesn't exist, where Joe Burrow didn't outduel Patrick Mahomes at Paul Brown Stadium. It's different. This is on the road. This is playoffs. This is playoff Mahomes. He's just different. I agree, by the way. I'm not knocking Patrick Mahomes, and this isn't about me thinking, Burrow is God's gift to earth, because I think Burrow, is really, really good, and I think there's a path for him to win on Sunday, which Nick Wright seems to think that is not the case. And sorry, Nick, it is the case. So I'm going to give you some numbers since it's impossible for Joe Burrow to outplay Patrick Mahomes. The past 4 games, all in January. The past 4 games, playoffs or something with playoffs on the line for Patrick Mahomes, for Joe Burrow, where they have significant things on the line. The Chiefs are either playing for the 1 seed or playing for their playoff lives the past couple of weeks. Same thing for the Bengals. They were playing to win the division or playoffs the past couple of weeks. Patrick Mahomes has been balling. Nick is right. 117.6 passer rating, 1,311 yards, 12 touchdowns, just one interception. He's completing 71.6% of his passes and averaging 8 yards a completion. He's balling. I mean, those are MVP numbers. That's insane. It's wild. It's like, holy crap. That's what you're doing? All right. I get it. Playoff P, Patrick Mahomes, he's great. But this idea that Joe Burrow can't put up the same numbers, let's look at Joe Burrow's last 4 games. A 126.1 quarterback rating. That's almost 9 points higher than Patrick Mahomes. 1,563 yards, 10 touchdowns, 76.3 completion percentage, 10 yards per completion. Or 10 yards per attempt, excuse me. Or completion. I lied. It's completion. Point is, 8 yards per completion or attempt for Mahomes, 10 for Burrow. Is that not outdueled? Oh, and Burrow only has 1 interception over that span, just like Mahomes. And yeah, so Mahomes has 2 more touchdowns, but Burrow leads in yards, passer rating, completion percentage. There's no way he can outduel Patrick Mahomes. Okay. Now, if you want to say, and this is how Nick should have phrased it probably, there's no way behind that offensive line that Joe Burrow is going to outperform Patrick Mahomes on the road, well, then I could see that path because, Joe Burrow's been sacked, 18 times in the past 4 games. Meanwhile, Patrick Mahomes sacked just 6 times in the past 4 games. Get it. Understand it. There's certainly a path and a reason why. There's a path to victory for the Chiefs and a lot of paths to victory for the Chiefs, and one involves the Bengals offensive line failing Burrow. But this idea that Burrow's confidence is going to be shaken and he's going to go to Kansas City and lose by multiple touchdowns and dude, do you remember? You know what Nick needs to watch? Our one-on-one interview with Dan Hort. Because Dan talked about that, how Burrow has played big in every big game ever and put up historical numbers ever, from state title game and then, obviously national title and college football playoff and, the Alabama game and then big games in the playoffs so far this year. So I'm sorry, Nick. I get it. I understand your Kansas City love. I understand, the Mahomes love. And they should. Look, 4 straight AFC championship games at Arrowhead Stadium. It's a record. It's never happened. The team's never hosted that many. I get it. I understand it. And I'm not saying they're not going to win. The Chiefs could win. But this idea that Joe Burrow can't outduel Patrick Mahomes, well, he did it in Week 17. And he's done it over the past month. And there's certainly a path where he does it this Sunday at Arrowhead in the AFC Championship game. Will it happen? I don't know. Could it happen? Absolutely. Dismissing Burrow, do it at your own risk and don't say, I told you so, if it does happen, because it's certainly possible, maybe even probable, that Burrow balls out and plays even better than we saw Josh Allen play. And Josh Allen played great. You're telling me Burrow can't be great? You're telling me he can't go out there? Like, his ceiling on Sunday might be like 500 yards, 80% completion percentage, 6 touchdowns. Like, he might do that. I'm not saying it's the most likely outcome, but Burrow could do that. He's capable of doing that. So, chill, Nick. It's all right. Bengals fans, don't buy into this nonsense that they don't have a chance or that Joe Burrow isn't going to be able to He might even have better weapons. We'll get into that later. But do not buy this BS national narrative. That's why you come to Cincinnati Bengals Talk, where we give you the real. Could the Bengals lose? Absolutely. Could they absolutely outplay the Chiefs and outscore the Chiefs and make it to the Super Bowl? That could happen as well. So for Andrew Fox Miller, I'm James Rapien, just trying to tell you like it is right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk.